Hey everyone, this is my vintage writing journal. So this journal is made for the challenge of the paper outpost uh, uh, Facebook groups challenge for the month of May. The challenge is called the Vintage Writing Journal. So I have created this faux leather cover evoking the Victorian-era theme that that goes through the journal. And let us open this first. This faux leather I created by painting copy paper over with acrylic paint in burnt and umber and gluing old paper pattern tissue on one side, and on the other side this fabric, cotton fabric. So it's a very soft and malleable cover, evoking the very vintage and old look. It's like it's embellished with a gold frame and the cameo of Queen Victoria. It kind of has the feel of something that you would find in an attic trunk. Let's go into this. So here is a writing space I created with the old vintage wallpaper printout. And this is evoking the books of Lewis Carroll, Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, which he wrote for the amusement of Queen Victoria. The quills and ink. Writing spot, journaling spot. And over here as well. And I have included in this pocket old book pages. This is an illustrated page from David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. And here is a old book page, fly page, where you can journal on. And this is the life of Charlotte Bronte. These are all both writers of the 1800s. So I want to evoke some inspiration for the writing journal. And this is a quote from Alice in Wonderland. I'm trying to free your mind, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it. Here's the key. Vintage wallpaper printout. I've created a collage with this is something like wicker work with paper and other embellishments. This is music sheet, hymns composed by James Edmiston. He's a famous composer of hymns of the 1800s. Quills, pens and ink. the botanical and more journaling space, stenciling, journal card, stamping, the vintage stamp. This is a beautiful overhanging page with all these wonderful vintage elements. This is how a footstool, this is how it looked, and these are letters of marking, like and a tobacco pouch, and this is some sort of jewelry. Yeah, this is a jewelry stand. And here's a print from a supplement to the Harper's Bazaar first edition in the 1800s. The advertisement for the washing machine, and 1800s newspaper classified section, all with advertisements. This is the period of the Industrial Revolution, and where industry and commerce, the arts and sciences thrived, and there was a lot of activity going on in Europe and in Britain especially. Alice in Wonderland quote. And magazines like Harper's Bazaar, Sears Roebuck Catalog, and in America, and La Mode Illustre in France. These were very popular magazines. The piece of jigsaw, the card, journal card, and this is a beautiful sepia vintage postcard with a photograph. Piano paper, all this tactility and nostalgia were evoked with vintage journals. Sari silk ruffle, journal spot, more sheet music, and collaging and pockets, lily band. Here is a page from the Scarlet Letter, also written in the 1800s. It gives the writer or this journal is meant for will get inspiration with all these inserts. Here is the center, the end of the first signature, and in the center is a vintage comfort recipe booklet. So these recipes are Thomas Jefferson's ice cream recipe, and I have the historical context here where he could offer this to his guests at Monticello, his estate. And this is Thomas Jefferson's asparagus soup. All these are available at the Library of Congress. And here is a wax seal with bee. Bees are industrious and community-loving insects that resemble the, and here's a feather that resemble the Victorian age. And this is also a Victorian recipe of fish and chips, which was the street food of the time. And it also holds this Queen Victoria sponge cake, which was served at Queen Victoria's afternoon tea parties. So some coffee dyed ledger paper, more vintage wallpaper printout, and colors like burgundy, green, dark green, emerald green, and browns. Deep, luxurious colors were in vogue. Another Alice in Wonderland quote. And here's the villain pocket. Vellum and other textured paper is our vintage journal elements. This is a real wallpaper, genuine wallpaper piece from the vintage era. And this is a printout of an old French letter, another page from the Scarlet Letter, wallpaper printout with villain tuck spot, and sari silk ruffle, tea-dyed sari silk ruffle. Here this says, you have a better chance of bleeding your heart out through a paper cut than through a pen. Some inspiration for the writer. Another old book page, the other side. This has some figures and numbers on this. Another botanical, I cut a fussy cut and glued here onto this page to from the vintage wallpaper printouts. Stenciling, crochet lace, and here are the fashions of the Victorian age. I have included this sari silk bow to showcase the luxury colors of this era. And this is a print of a hydrangea. So this peeks out from this lady's bouffant dress skirt. Two more cards, journaling cards with beautiful wallpaper printout. And this is from the Alice in Wonderland. Botanicals. Created this from an envelope. Here are the fashions of the 1800s. And here is Richard O's rotary printing press that revolutionized printing in the 1800s. Emerald green sari silk ruffle on this journal card. The other side of this printout of a vintage letter, and the other side of the wallpaper, paisley wallpaper. Some stenciling. I did this for a challenge of the paper outpost, and the prompts were, I think, lamp, color pencil and washi tape. This is a poem by William Blake, my favorite poet, The Lamb, and I have illustrated this. It's also a journaling spot. And here is the other side is, I have here this is the 1800 staple gun. This is how it looked. It was created by, I think, George W. Wilcox. So I decided I'm not going to hide the staples on my journals anymore. Here's a playing card, and that's coming to the end, and it holds a booklet for more writing. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.